With less than 2 weeks to go in the presidential campaign and voting already underway in many states, 76% of the U.S. adults favor the concept of early voting. 2 other election law policies are supported by even more Americans, requiring photo identification to vote, 84%, and providing proof of citizenship when registering to vote, 83%. It's kind of weird then that we fight so much for early voting, which is a lower approval rating in the United States, than photo ID. I've never understood the photo ID issue. I have to show a photo ID for pretty much everything. I mean, I don't need to explain it to you, but I mean, I went and picked up a ring the other day just to pick up something I've already purchased. Like, I bought it, and to prove that I purchased it, I didn't need a receipt. I needed an ID and a receipt. This is in a private, place of business. I need an ID, of course, to buy alcohol, firearms. There's a waiting period even to buy firearms here in Florida. But when it comes to deciding who's president, they say voting is the most important thing you can do. And the most important thing you can do, you don't even have to prove that you are you. It's a very interesting statement. A smaller majority of Americans, 60% each, favor automatic voter registration, whereby citizens are registered when they do business with state agencies such as Department of Motor Vehicles and sending absentee ballot applications to all eligible voters. In contrast, majority of Americans oppose removing people from voter registration lists if they haven't voted in any election in 5 years, and limiting the number of drop boxes or locations for returning absentee ballots, 58%. That means most Americans in the midst of this actually are in favor of a mix of laws. They want elections to be more accessible but more secure. So they want absentee ballots to be available. They want preliminary voting and early voting to be available. They want to make sure that more people have access, but they don't want a million drop boxes so that things can be stuffed. They want them monitored. They don't want you to be able to just vote. They want you to have your ID. This is common sense. Now, I don't necessarily agree with all of this. I think that you should vote in person on the day of the election, and that should be the only day that you can vote. I think it should be a large window from like 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. I think that's fair. Give a 12-hour window for people before and after work. And I think that you can do absentee ballots in the case that it should be rare and that you should have to have a written letter. There should be some sort of proof, and that you should have to have a notary, right? To say that it was you that cast the ballot, something to that regard. Maybe the state would pay for it. I don't know every one of the details, but I believe that Americans want common sense voting laws. I want to remind you something important. Listen, Biden may have dropped out of the race, but he's actually not done. And some people are saying, economists, that he might jam through a hidden tax trap at the last second right before he goes. Now, this might actually raid your retirement funds, maybe even supercharge your income taxes, increase your utility and gas prices, and inflate costs on things that you need to live. Some or all of this could affect you or your family in one way or another. So if you want to wait and see, well, you may as well kiss your retirement and savings goodbye. Adios, amigos. The good news is that you can get prepared, but you better hurry. Reach out to Goldco today to learn how precious metals could help you protect yourself and your family. They're offering you a free 2024 Gold and Silver Kit plus up to a 10% instant match and bonus silver on qualified accounts. All you have to do is visit vnngold.com. That's vnngold.com. Your retirement funds, income taxes, gas prices, they could all be affected. Go to vnngold.com. Links in the description and on the screen. That's vnngold.com. Check it out today.